Hey everybody, right here, day 383, Carnivore. And today was an amazing day. Not because of food, not because of weight, not because of anything else, but because I got to go underwater and breathe air. Yep, I went scuba diving today. Um, Not in an ocean, not in a lake. It was in a pool, which is disappointing, but I at least got to be in the water again. And if you've followed this for any amount of time, you probably realize my love of scuba. The whole theme of my artwork on my arm is all based around, with the exception of the clownfish, based around the waters of Cozumel. And so I got to scuba today and I was super happy. Now, you may think, well, no big deal. If you like scuba, then you'd go do that thing. But I haven't been able to do that because of the surgery that I had, the two surgeries that I had until just recently. So I got cleared about the middle of last month to go. And where I go to do pool work, they didn't have any availability for just a regular pool night until tonight. So I got to go in there. And I've been struggling for motivation. And I may have just found some more motivation. So I have a plan. I want to get my what's called Dive Master certification, which is the lowest professional certification that you can get. I already have the highest recreational certification that you can get, which is the rescue diver. So I had planned, I was actually going to go sign up for all my coursework and everything for my Dive Master when I got the news that I needed a surgery. So it just kind of put everything on hold and put everything on the back burner. So I'm now in a position where I can go do all that training. It does cost money, costs a big chunk of money. And I've got some other expenditures that I need to take care of right now. I've got some professional certifications I'm trying to get, which are going to cost a good chunk of money. I've got other professional certifications that need to be renewed, coming up fairly soon. And my wife is also doing some professional certifications right now. So we've got a lot of things going on. Taxes. Taxes are coming up. So got to figure it all out. I might not be able to actually do my Dive Master until the summer, but that's my motivation. So I went in the water today and I dove it was underwater for about an hour. Just over an hour. I guess I was about 35 minutes on the first and then about 35 minutes on the second. And just focusing on my breathing and my buoyancy and all the basic skills, redoing skills, just practicing, right? And it was all great. But my wetsuit is just a little bit too big. Just a little bit. Not enough to make it so that I need a new one, but close. And this is actually my second wetsuit. So my first wetsuit was a triple XL. Now it was a triple XL and it was tight. It was just barely large enough to fit me when I bought it. I used that wetsuit for the first 3 years of my diving, right? I've only been certified since 2021. And then last year, I I used it for a little bit of diving last year, but then I bought a new wetsuit. I bought a XL size wetsuit, and it fit. It fit well. Wetsuits are supposed to be snug, a very snug fit, but this fit very well. And when I put it on tonight, even though I haven't lost a ton more weight since then, put it on tonight, and it's got a little bit of bagginess in the middle, and the sleeves are not as snug as they used to be. So the wetsuit that I own it's a very cheap wetsuit. It's not a real high quality. It's not a name brand. It's just kind of a cheap Amazon wetsuit, but it does the job. And because of my size, I didn't want to waste money on a really good one in case I outgrew it. Last year, I didn't want to spend the money on a good one in case I needed a smaller one. And I did actually order like a good brand, a SCUBA Pro wetsuit, and had it shipped to my house. I tried it on, and it was a little too small. It was the same size. It was an XL, but it was much heavier, not heavier thickness-wise, but it was the same thickness. But the material didn't give as much as the cheap suit. So theoretically, that's going to make it more durable. So it should last me longer, but it meant I couldn't quite fit in it. So I might be ready for it. Now, of course, that's another expenditure. But if I'm going to spend it, I should spend it on the one that I'm going to wear for a long time. So I've been looking for motivation. I'm not trying. I'm going to do the 5K as part of my motivation. I'm going to get a new wetsuit, and that's going to be another piece of motivation for me. Health, the weight, important, but I want that new wetsuit, which means I need to be fit. I need to be a little bit smaller than I am right now, and I need to maintain that. So all those things come together to, again, put me down to my goal, 190. And yeah, I feel good about this. Like I said, the motivation. It's my wife today. She stepped on the scale and she's not happy with where she's at on the scale. And I went to say something to her, and she said to not speak in a very polite manner. But my question to her was going to be not, what are you going to do? But it was, what is your motivation to make that change? So I may have rekindled a motivation for myself tonight. Multiple motivations are going to be good. So I've got the 5K, I've got the wetsuit, and I think the wetsuit is going to be even better for me right now because my knee, I ran my 2 miles the other day and my knee is hurting still today. So something is going on in my knee. Can't quite figure it out. I've got a compression sleeve brace thing. I'm going to try that. I might also try some KT tape, the medical tape for athletes. Used to use that to tape my daughter's knee and shoulder. So I've got some of that, and so I've been looking up how to tape to support the MCL, which is where my pain is. So I'm gonna look at that, but that's the only problem with the 5K motivation is the issues that I'm running into with my knee. It's gonna be more and more difficult if my knee doesn't start feeling good. So the SCUBA is now there as another piece of motivation. So today, food and everything wise, I had bacon and eggs for lunch. I did beef sticks for dinner before I went diving. And when I get out of the water, I'm starving, especially if I've actually been underwater for an hour like I was. And so I just quickly on the way home stopped for an Arby's roast beef and a ham, one of their ham sandwiches. So I had some roast beef and some ham. And the ham, actually, I was surprised. It had a decent amount of fat on it. I didn't expect that, but it was there, so I was grateful for it. So, but that's where it's at. Yeah, today's a good day. I love being in the water. So tomorrow's going to be a fun day, a little bit physical, helping a buddy move a bunch of furniture and office furniture and stuff like that. So be some physicality of that. And then wife and I are planning on going to the gym. So should be another good day. So I'll talk to you tomorrow.